This is all of it on WNYC. I'm Allison Stewart. Lincoln Center is kicking off its fifth annual Summer for the City's event series today. And this year, it's all about movement and dance. Get this, they're surrounding the iconic fountain with a dance floor. Tonight, there's going to be a swing dance lesson followed by a silent disco. As part of the inaugural Lincoln Center Contemporary Dance Festival, they're also featuring dance companies from around the world, plus featuring live outdoor performances at Hearst Plaza by New York-based artists. There are over 200 events on the docket this year. They're all free or choose what you pay. I'm joined now by Shanta Thake, the Chief Artistic Officer at Lincoln Center. Hi, Shanta.
Hi, Allison. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us. And also joining us is Nona Hendryx. She's taking part in the series called Nightbirds, the Music of LaBelle. That's coming on June 28th. Can't wait for that. Nona, it's nice to meet you as well.
Yes, hello, Allison. Great to be on.
Shanta, this is the first year the festival is focused on movement and dance. Why were you drawn to that theme this year?
Well, I think we've always had dance as a really central part because we've had this beautiful dance floor on the plaza. So I think people think about Summer for the City and they think about social dance, but we're really highlighting all of the different forms of dance. And I think it's important for us to move our bodies together to remind ourselves what makes us human and what makes New York one of the most vibrant places in the world.
This year is the first ever Lincoln Center Contemporary Dance Festival. What can we expect?
Well, we have 5 companies from around the globe. We're really focused on international work for that festival. And you're going to see some avant-garde, some beautiful companies coming to the city, some world premieres in the beautiful Alice Tully Hall. So this chance to be in the air conditioning and really get a sense to see some artists that haven't really gotten this big of a platform in New York, and some like Akram Khan that are Lincoln Center favorites.
So, Nona, you're part of a concert put together called Nightbirds, the Music of LaBelle, that's happening on June 28th. You describe it as a rock musical. How do you define a rock musical?
By the music that rocks you in your seat,
Yeah.
that will be happening. Just in terms of the concert, that's the music of LaBelle. I'm also working on the rock opera, which is the story of LaBelle. So those are two different things. But on 28th of June, you will be hearing the music from the 3 albums of LaBelle: Nightbirds, Chameleon, and Phoenix.
And
And yes, so that's what the 28th will be about. You'll be engaged, it's a concert of the Bells music.
and who's going to be performing at the concert?
Well, we have an amazing list of guests. We have Letticy, who is an incredible artist,
Nice.
Adrienne Warren, the Tony Award-winning theater actress, and Sandra St. Victor, originally from the group's Family Stand, and Kimberly Nicole, who's also been a major hit at the Box Theater in New York and in London. And then we also had 3 of the original musicians who played with LaBelle when we toured: Eddie Martinez, Carmen Rojas, and Jose Rossi.
Oh, it sounds like an amazing event. Shanta,
Yeah.
how was the idea for this show born?
Oh, really? Nona is such a part of Lincoln Center. We have so many artists. We really think of artists as really being able to reflect our present and show us a way to be together and reflect what's
Mm.
happening that maybe we can't see for ourselves. But Nona Hendryx has been in the future for her entire career. And I think, we find all of these ways to collaborate with Nona and her the legacy that she has brought to all of us in American popular music, but also her work around art and technology. And so I think, we always start from what's Nona up to and how can we help support that?
Also, and I didn't say my co-host for that evening, for the June 28th, will be my partner in crime for over, I don't know, 50, whatever years, is Patti LaBelle herself.
That's going to be an amazing night. Not to mention, you collaborated with Pulitzer Prize winning playwright Lynn Nottage to write the show?
Not this one,
No,
no.
not this one?
With that, no, not this one. Although the music is, comes from the same place.
Hmm.
We're writing the La Belle rock opera, the
That's right.
story of La Belle.
Oh, that must be such an amazing experience. Oh,
Yes.
it's so amazing. Um, will we hear the classics of LaBelle during this concert?
You absolutely will. Wear something silver again, is what we're saying,
Oh, there's
because
a
we
dress
did it the
code?
first time. There is a dress
Love it.
code. Wear something silver and make sure you bring your dancing shoes, silver shoes, and shake your booty.
I love every part of that.
Yeah.
Nona, your music has such strong associations with dance in the 70s and the 80s. Well,
Mhm.
forever. What's your own relationship to dance?
I love to dance. I come from a family of people who would dance if they didn't have legs. So it's it's kind of embedded in me from my nephew, my sister was about to give birth and she was on the dance floor and she kept dancing. So
Oh, I have
that's
to.
my relationship.
I'm going to sort of go out on a tangent for a second. Did you see the Tony Awards when they were performed Lady Marmalade?
I didn't see it, but my phone kept going ding, 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 ding. It was everybody sending me text messages about it. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. I wish I'd known.
Definitely check it out. We're talking about
Yes.
Lincoln Center's annual Summer for the City Performance Series, which kicks off today. My guests are Nona Hendryx, founding member of LaBelle, and Shanta Thake, the creative director of Lincoln Center. Shanta, one of the programs coming up is called Dance Encounters. It involves New York City-based artists. How do you think about how the city is a backdrop for your program this summer?
Well, I mean, the city is such a backdrop always for Lincoln Center. We have the great fortune, I think, unlike so many other places, of being in the center of a city and in the center of a city that is dedicated to the arts. And so I think, New York is always a backdrop, but it's also really at the center of everything that we do. And so welcoming New Yorkers from all walks of life every single day is really the best part of this festival. And when you step onto the dance floor, when you step into David Geffen Hall, you really feel like you're seeing this cross section. It's a multi-generational audience. It's an audience coming from all of the boroughs and beyond, of course. So it's such a beautiful snapshot of who is this city right now and what can we do together.
Yeah, what do you get with Summer for the City that you really don't get the rest of the year?
Well, it's a really condensed amount of shows. So, yeah, over 200 shows at venues set up all over the city, all over the campus. And what you get is the chance to walk in and see our festival orchestra of Lincoln Center and see that magnificent orchestra playing Beethoven, and then walk outside and hit the dance floor and do a silent disco with another 1,400 of your favorite New Yorkers listening to hip hop, So it's this chance to, of course, see people in your own community, but it's also a chance to break out of that and get to know new neighbors and new individuals that wouldn't cross your path normally. And I think it's a real chance to celebrate what it means to be in these
Mm.
urban environments and what's possible that is not possible other places.
I love the silent disco. It is so much fun in the summer.
That's right. We drug you up there. I remember.
And I went back on top of it.
Yeah.
Nona, what other concerts are you planning on attending or you're especially excited to see or hear about?
I'm on the list to see the flamenco dancing. I love flamenco. And so I was so excited when I heard that there was going to be that part of the program. There are other, I live about 10 blocks from Lincoln Center. So it's like my built-in entertainment source. So I can just stroll down there and partake of all the different, this is the wonderful thing about it. And that's the work that I've been doing there, from the technology, the VR, the AR, and also the artificial intelligence. So just being able to be a part of the community that is Lincoln Center and explore these different, whether it's theater, whether it's opera, whether it's dance, or just sort of being outside in the plaza and enjoying the Summer for the City programs. It's just really, I love it. So.
Shanta, we mentioned there's over 200 events that people can choose from, but you did have to curate it a little bit. What was your criteria for curation?
We're really trying to make sure that we're representing the different backgrounds, all of the folks that live in New York, and make sure there's a place for everybody to find themselves within the program. We're also looking for things that can only happen at Lincoln Center. So, for instance, we have an event this Friday celebrating this amazing composition by Glenn Branca with 100 guitarists, 100 electric guitars in David Geffen Hall, all playing one of his master symphonies. And that's something that, really you can only make happen at a place like Lincoln Center. And it's really important that we uphold that responsibility and that privilege. So I think we think about all of those pieces. What are the audiences that need to feel like they are a part of Lincoln Center? And then how do we bring artists at the top of their craft? Lincoln Center has always been about bringing the best to the most. And so, of course, we have the opera, the Philharmonic, Lincoln Center Theater, and we think about those forms that are not in those buildings year round and how do we make sure they have a home in the summertime, and then we can bring those audiences to find them.
For
Yes,
people,
and I'm running back for the Juneteenth.
That's right.
Yes,
tell us a bit
sorry.
more. Yeah, no, please.
Carl Hancock Brooks, who's amazing, has been curating the Juneteenth experience for the last 4 years, maybe, is it, Sandra?
Yeah, I think
don't remember.
5.
5 years, and each time it's been just mind-blowing and amazing. I was a part of two. I was in the fountain for two of those.
Oh, that was great. Oh, I remember that.
Yes. Yes. So it's an amazing day. So I highly recommend people coming for that.
And also remember, on June 28th, you can see Nightbirds, the music of LaBelle. It all kicks off tonight. Lincoln Center's annual Summer for the City performance. Thank you for joining us, Shanta Thake and Nona Hendryx. We really appreciate your time.
Yes, thank
Thank
you, Allison.
you.
And let's
Thank
go out
you.
on Lady Marmalade. Hey, everybody, we'll be live at the WNYC Green Space tomorrow with the cast of The Outsiders. If you have tickets, we'll see you in person at noon. If you don't, you can listen right here or watch on the live stream. I'm Allison Stewart. I appreciate you listening, and I appreciate you. I'll meet you back here tomorrow for The Outsiders.